This episode has been brought to you by FlowState, the unlimited Webflow development service. Find out more at flowstate.dev.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Webflow & Co, where I teach you the underlying code you're writing in Webflow. A few weeks ago I covered the Webflow Conf 2023, and one of the highlights of that conference was finally we get localization. This means that you can have your same site but in different languages, and this is great for SEO, it's great for exposure, it's really great all round. So with that was released to enterprise customers, but as of a day ago or 2 days ago, they finally released it to us mere mortals. So I thought I'd dive in, see what all the fuss is about. I haven't looked at it up until this point, so I thought I'd see how it works and what we can kind of do. So with that, let's jump in and take a look at the new localization feature inside of Webflow. So here we go. Thinking back to the presentation, I noticed there was a little drop down up here, but of course we're not seeing that. So digging in, I found it under settings here, and you'll find a new option here called localization, and then you're asked to set a primary localization. So I'm of course going to select English, just save, and then you're able to add a new locale, right? And I'm just going to put in Afrikaans, and what it's saying is that to visit this website in Afrikaans, you'll go /AF. You can change this to a subdirectory. It's arguably better for SEO. It really depends on your whole SEO strategy, whether a subdomain is better than having a directory, I guess. But let's save that, and then let's just see what that does for us. Preparing your site for localization. Let's have a little look. Wonderful. Looks like that went through. So now we get this drop down at the top here, which obviously we didn't see before. And we visit the page, it's exactly the same. And then I should be able to right click that and then automatically translate that to Afrikaans, or whatever language you have set, which is absolutely amazing. And all that's really done is change the initial piece of text. You're able to change it, update it, and it's recommended you do that because it's not going to be great. It's probably using some basic translation software, and then you're then instructed to then go in. So the other thing you're able to do is change images, but unfortunately you need an enterprise plan to be able to update and change styles and images, which I think is a bit cheeky. They're just making you spend a little bit more money, but maybe most people, I mean, you are getting really nitty gritty with regards to translations and localizations if you want to change color schemes and images based on those localizations, basically. So bit of a shame, that one. But then the other thing you're able to do is then go into, let's just pop in here. You're then able to set translations on individual kind of meta tags and things like that. And then the other thing, of course, is CMS items. So if you were to head into CMS with your localization selected, I go to YouTube feed here. We go into these, we're then able to click on the translate, and it will translate it for me. If I save that, head back into our page, you'll see that it's now translated. So really simple implementation of this, and you couldn't get it much easier, really. So there we go, a quick little dip into the new localization feature in Webflow. It is a bit expensive, but I think if you are looking at localizing your website, this is probably a cost that is easily swallowable. It is a shame that you need a business plan to be able to change styling and update imagery. That is a bit of a kick in the teeth. But ultimately, at the very least, you can at least provide the right text, the right translations to those of your customers in different parts of the world. So like, subscribe, all the rest of it. And until next time, happy no coding.